One of the richest men that ever lived. And I don't mean, please don't look at my net worth. I saw my net worth. I had that on me. I don't even. I swear to God.
So I think the first thing that's funny about this is they're pointing out, Katt Williams is pointing out net worth is usually not what is reported in terms of people's real net worth. Net worth is your liabilities minus your assets minus your liabilities. Okay, so if you own a house and you have equity in it, but you also, say you have $100,000 of equity in your house, but you also have $50,000 in student loan debt and car notes, that means your net worth would be $100,000 minus $50,000. That is what net worth is. Okay, so let me give you guys a more textbook definition so that maybe this will be easier. Net worth is the value of all assets minus the total of all liabilities. Put another way, net worth is what is owned minus what is owed. Okay, what is owned minus what is owed. And so if you search Katt Williams net worth, they don't really have any way of measuring this. Katt Williams' net worth is $2 million according to them. That's I'm no expert, but Katt Williams stays pretty busy on touring, does some pretty big movies. I would assume that if he's owning his specials and he's touring consistently, if I had to throw a number out, and I'm no expert, but I would guess he's at least generating this much annually through his touring, right? If he's doing 1,000 cap rooms and he's touring 150 days a year, you could conservatively say that between merch and just tickets alone, he's probably generating this much. So his net worth is wrong, and it's common. I've seen my net worth out there. It was wrong. That's funny. Now check where he takes this, okay?
What I'm saying is, like, I'm saying my net worth is less than my last Netflix deal.
My net worth is less than my Netflix deal. Okay, so that means he's probably getting more than $2 million per Netflix deal. And like I said, he's probably generating more than that on touring. By the way, this is not an endorsement of Katt Williams, not an endorsement of everything he says in this video. This is just something I just wanted to unpack in this clip. Okay, so just bear with me.
You understand what I'm telling you?
Make it make
sense. But I'm fine. Jesus was poor. Jesus ain't had nothing. So why don't we be mad? You say I don't have nothing.
They had the minutes they had.
So Jesus had no place to rest his head. Jesus would often be taken care of by people. But I don't know if it would be right to say Jesus had nothing or Jesus was poor. I don't know if I would use that sort of language to describe. Jesus was ultimately God in the flesh. He could send down a legion of angels. He could make manna come from the sky. His needs were provided for, right? Because he was God.
Have back then, okay.
Say it again.
We got different amenities now.
Not more than gold. Gold was the amenity of that time. We still got gold. Gold still run it.
They have the Rolls Royce. They got you can buy an ass. That's what they call it in the biblical time. They were cheap.
I'm saying if you really want to say, I'm saying a Cullinan is cheap. So back in the day, I would get my girl a donkey. Today we get her a Cullinan. But I'm saying whoever, whatever it is, I'm saying I'm saying because what we gonna do? I done already told you, I'm one of the richest people that ever lived.
Yes.
Only in the fact that when I wake up in the morning, no matter where I am, I don't need nothing. Whatever I need is right around me, and whatever I don't have, it's only just because I don't have it. It's not because I can't get it. All I got to do is want it, and it belongs to me. So because of that, because I'm favored by God, like when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at nothing. I don't.
Katt is so funny because he'll say something profound, like he's defining wealth as I wake up and everything I need I have, and if I want something, I can have it. Basically, he's saying I can afford whatever I want. That's basically what he's getting at. Which I think if we're talking about the definition of freedom, financial freedom is probably something similar to that. To me, the definition of financial freedom is to mitigate all my expenses to the point where I don't owe anyone anything, paid for home. That's how I would view financial freedom. Less expenses, not more expenses. He's saying, hey, I can afford anything, I have anything. So that's how he's defining it. And then he just like takes a jab at people's wives. Like it's hilarious the way he navigates this entire interview.
Have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
So you're not supposed to look at anything that you don't want.
Not me personally, just because God has given me literally everything I ever even pump faked like I want. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing is I don't have a type of woman. Every woman that I ever had as a type, I ended up getting her. Now she's not the type anymore. Now I understand that every woman is a one of one. Like you can't really have types.
That's interesting. I don't know what to make of that. My wife is my type, and that's it. Right now, maybe that just went over my head.
You
That's
find
like red pill Riz game type stuff.
that's your first stand up. You had 20. It cost you 22,000. You had 25 to your name.
Yep.
Why did you decide to do that? You believe that much in Katt?
I believe that much in business. In business, the goal is for you to become independent and be the boss, take the responsibility, and also get the profit.
Okay.
That's all.
He had 25K to his name to put out his first stand-up special. It cost him 22. Means he had 3K left. So what is the point? That means he invested. Notice I didn't say gambled. He invested on himself. He invested in himself. He invested in his own product, which was his special. There's a lot of things you could spend your money on. How often are you spending your resources on things that are going to generate you a return for yourself? Now, in his situation, he has a skill set as a comedian. He has the ability to tour, to get into venues. He's developed that over decades prior to even having the opportunity to do his first special for spending, 22K on it. But the question is, if you don't have that skill set, if you don't have that refined, are you doing something to invest in yourself, right? Because obviously you have to have some degree of competence before you start putting money into something, right? But a lot of times the money is what can often lead to some form of competence, educating yourself, moving around, going to college for a lot of people. I know that's like a very traditional route, but there's also alternatives to college, right? There's mentorships, there's internships, there's apprenticeships. There's so many ships, so many ships, pick a ship, right? And so investing in yourself, he did it because he was already had some things going. So it was easy to figure out what's in it. Some of us don't have a lot of things going, so we don't really know how should I be investing in myself. And so if you don't have the funds, wow, he had 25K, he invested 22. I don't have any K. Okay, respect. You have time though, right? You have time. So you could invest time into acquiring skills that other people may deem valuable or doing services that other people don't want to do, right? So you don't always need money to make money. Sometimes you just need time. And when you have the time, you have the luxury to learn things and do things that other people may not want to do. I think of more, this is why most of us here probably don't change our own oil. You pay someone who has the tools and the skill set to do the oil change faster and more efficiently than you. Yes? Yes. So what can you do if you need money to begin to invest and get a return on your time that someone else maybe doesn't want to do, but perhaps you have the skill set or you can attain the skill set because you have the time to attain. You see what I'm saying? And so it all kind of builds together. And then now your income isn't capped at the hours you work. It's capped on the results you generate other people. If you can build a business where you're changing oil, I'm just using oil changing like that as an example, well, then you can do enough, and then you could do enough volume, and then eventually you could do 1 oil change an hour, or you can do 25 oil changes an hour. How many oil changes do you think Jiffy Lube does an hour? Or I just had somebody come by and detail my car, right? And they make really good money going to people and detailing their car. How much do you think the investment is to start that? Now, does this person want to indefinitely do mobile auto detailing? Probably not, but it pays him way more money than if he were just to work a Joe job. So it's like a side hustle. You own your job before you can start a business, right? You see what I'm saying? You're owning your job. You're putting up money and investing in yourself or in tools to say be an auto detailer. And then over time, those skills you're acquiring marketing, you're acquiring people skills, you're acquiring sales, you're acquiring efficiency, you're acquiring problem solving, you're acquiring more and more skills, and then maybe you pivot to something. Anyway, I think it's interesting that he pointed that out. I appreciate him pointing out to the business aspect of this.
How can I be looking for you to put me on if I wouldn't?
Come on.
And if I can't show you what you missed out on, why would you believe me?
Come on.
Now, the fact that I was able to do it 12 times, that's the real thing. The part that I'm able to do it all across the country. The fact that every time I do a tour or a special, you think, well, that's sponsored by somebody. Somebody did a good job. No, just Just the guy they're kicking around. Just the one who might mentally not be all there. He's the one picking the outfits, writing this guy's material, booking the shows, making sure he gets there. He's the one hiring the other comedians. But hey, I knew that that's the end goal. So if that's the end goal and I'm there when I start, why would I deviate from that?
Right.
Come on. Basically saying, hey, ultimately, I'm here to do stand-up, and so I didn't need to go do movies and do a bunch of other stuff. I did that when I needed to, but I really wanted to get back to stand-up. And he's basically saying I do all of it myself. I invest in myself, so on and so forth. So sounds like he's a solopreneur, probably with a few people that help him, right? A small team. So it depends on what people's end goals are, right? If it's, hey, I just want to work a fun job that pays me good money. Okay, cool. You can go do that, perhaps aligned with something you're more interested in. If it's, hey, I want to own my job. I want to own and be a solopreneur. Okay, cool. Or hey, I want to go work in someone else's business and get an incentive based off of what they generate. So maybe you're more of an intrapreneur. You're more of an intrapreneur. Or, hey, I want to build a business that scales, that provides services or products to solve people's problems. Now we're getting into being an entrepreneur. So it just depends on where people are with their journey. But what I want you guys to be thinking about is beyond just the, I need money now, so I'm just going to spend all my money and blow it on myself, right? Like think long term, think bigger, think deeper, think what can you invest in to get resource back, right? Where can you invest your time? Where can you invest the money you do have to get stuff back, right? So for me personally, here's some things that I'm personally investing time in right now. I've been very intentional about learning to design better and collaborating with better designers. So we just we just did another version of this Bless God logo, right? So that's something that I've essentially been designing. So a lot of the merch you guys see that's coming out, 95% of it is designed by me. Right? So investing in learning to be a better designer. Another thing is I'm making music. And as I'm making music, I'm learning to record in Pro Tools. Why? Because my engineer's in Pro Tools. So I'm learning and investing the time to learn the skill set of Pro Tools. I want to be able to be more efficient in the way me and my engineer work. So I'm in real time learning Pro Tools. Again, I learned it a long time ago and I'm relearning it basically. Right? You need money now. Yeah, do some door dashing. If you need money now, you can go. If you need money now, that is what the gig economy is for. If you need money now. But the gig economy is not a career. The gig economy is, I need money tonight. Which app can you get approved for with the least jumping through the hoops and go and get some money? So between door dashing, Uber Eats, Instacart, TaskRabbit. I got a buddy of mine who's pursuing stand-up comedy. He lives in a major city and he's making, I want to say 7 to 10K a month doing TaskRabbit. I don't know if you guys know what TaskRabbit is, right? TaskRabbit is you go and you do tasks other people want to assemble IKEA furniture, do some handyman stuff, build something, paint, right? That's the kind of stuff he does. That's 7 to 10K a month doing that. And he went to college and has a degree and is the most money he's ever made and allows him the flexibility to still travel and still do his comedy. So anyway, I'm just giving you guys ideas on how you could think creatively about these sorts of things, right? And there's nothing wrong with doing, shout out to you, Crystal. There's nothing wrong with doing DoorDash from time to time when you need a little extra money. Hey, I want to go out and I want to do something, right? I want to make this investment, and I need to earn some extra money, right? So anyway, hopefully that's helpful to you guys. Hey, thank you so much for watching that video. Listen, I believe one of the best ways to build any business or any venture is to build your own online presence, specifically through the platform of YouTube. That's what we've been able to do. So if you would like to see a free training put together by our COO, Zach Sparazzo, on the #1 ingredient and the step needed to begin to build your own online platform, make sure to hit the pinned comment below and sign up for our weekly email list, where we'll get that to you right away. And I'll be sending you different emails about lessons I'm learning in real time, doing everything that we're doing here at Kingstream Entertainment. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.